Greetings to anyone who has an interest in Australian football and broadcasting, and to anyone else who might be tuning in or have clicked on this. And greetings to you all. And I must apologise at the outset that my throat is a bit scratchy. I'm recovering from a bit of an annoying cold, so if I do cough a couple of times during this little talk, if you will, I'm very sorry, and I apologise from the outset. But there's something I want to discuss. I've talked about copyrights of games and other things that are on my mind. Today I want to talk about broadcasting restrictions. Now, if you listen to ABC Grandstand, I'm not sure what it's like for many other stations, so I can't take it as read, that this happens at others. I don't know. But if you are listening to football on ABC Grandstand, say there's 3 games on a Sunday. Now, ABC might call the early game, and you might not get it depending on where you are around Australia, and you want to listen to that game. Well, you can't stream it through the ABC app. No. They'll say, because of rights restrictions, we can't stream this game through our app. You have to go to the AFL app. Now, that on the surface doesn't sound too bad. It's a bit ridiculous when you think about it. Because if you say go onto the SEN 1116 app, which is another station for those who might be just tuning in and not knowing what the hell I'm talking about, and if you log into the SEN app, you have to have an account, you can listen to AFL Nations coverage. So why is this? Why is there this inequity? Now, I don't know how this goes with Triple M. I'm assuming that Triple M might be under some sort of restriction as well, so I'm glad to be corrected. But why do we have these ridiculous restrictions? It's total madness that someone who might find another particular app easier to use, either from an accessibility standpoint or just because it's more convenient, why should they have to open up a second app from the one that they're listening to and have to click on the broadcast and listen to it through the AFL app? This makes problems also because if you have a home device such as Alexa or Google Nest or Home or whatever you've got, it makes it very difficult to listen to AFL on those devices because you can't say the Google phrase and then play ABC Grandstand and get the AFL, which in my mind would be a lot easier and better and more convenient. No, we have to go to our phones and load up the apps, and if we did want to, say, listen on a bigger speaker, we would have to connect via Bluetooth or some other such ridiculous workaround. I guess the point I'm trying to make is there are a lot of broadcast inequities. Now, let's talk about the money, because money definitely comes into it. Now, I don't know the differences between, say, the ABC's payment for a lesser rights deal and the commercial stations. I have no idea about this, and if you want to tell me how that works, feel free. But it just seems ridiculous to me that broadcasters are not on the same playing field. Yes, they are opposition stations and they're competing for people to listen, but we are all broadcasting the same thing. We are broadcasting the game to the most important stakeholders, the fans, and it's time that the AFL cleared this ridiculous thing up, because you can listen to rugby on ABC Grandstand. You can even play it through your Google Home or other home devices. But the AFL, nope. Their whole rights restrictions and issues surrounding them are totally ridiculous, and they need to get to the new landscape because it is inconvenient, annoying, and most importantly, unfair. And now, because my throat could give out soon, I'm going to leave you alone.